And we're here with Grandmaster Irina Krush, who had the decisive game in the USA's 2.5 to 1.5 win over Russia. Irina, the two wins from the U.S. came from the two positions they were probably worse out of the opening. Did that escape your attention?
Well, I don't know what was the evaluation in Katerina's game. I wasn't sure what was going on. At some point, I thought she was doing pretty well. But yes, my game, it was a little sketchy. Coming out of the opening, I sacrificed a pawn. Was kind of forced to sacrifice a pawn to get some good outposts for my knights and a good pawn structure, but at the expense of one pawn. I don't know if the compensation was enough. I think I could have played it a bit better, but overall my feeling was like my move A5 was maybe a little bit too much.
And in the middle game, I saw you were trying to claim a threefold repetition. That was denied, I believe correctly. Was that deflating when that happened, or were you able to move on?
No, it wasn't deflating at all. I mean, we'd repeated a few times, and it definitely. Sometimes it's kind of confusing with the three-move repetitions, and I just didn't want to let this moment escape. It was move 40, in case it was a three-move repetition. The game could end there, and I mean, I actually thought it was, but I got confused. It was, the knight was in the wrong square, like it was a three-move repetition, but the knight was on a different square. So anyway.
And at what point today did you decide to transition and play for the win?
Well, I didn't decide anything. My opponent decided for me. I wasn't deflated about the three-move repetition claim not working, because the thing is, for her to avoid it, she had to take some risk, you see, and she did. And she actually found, I didn't even see, like the continuation she found, I didn't even see that coming. She found a very interesting way to play for a win. And maybe she missed my response. I mean, the game, I think, was unclear, and then somehow she decided to give up the exchange for two pawns, but that seemed like a position where only black could play for a win. Of course, in the final part of the game, the time pressure, it was a bit random. I decided to try to kind of keep it safe, and probably made a good decision not to, trade knights, leave the knights on the board, win one pawn then the other. And I think at the end, I'm probably just winning, even if she doesn't miss this tactic with h5.
And lastly, the last time that the USA and Russia played each other in the same round, it was round 8 in Dresden. I'm sure you remember that well.
Oh.
The USA also won that head-to-head match, and it was the last time the USA medaled. Are you noticing any parallels between the Germany Olympiad?
Well, now I'm noticing them when you point them out. I got to tell you that, chess players never remember, like, oh, it was round 8 and where this exact same thing happened. I had no idea what round that was in Dresden, but I do remember that, we won a very important match against Russia. And so, wow, yeah, our team is doing really well, and we haven't been doing so well since, I think, that 2008 Olympiad. And, hopefully we're going to play our final 3 matches well.